Okay, so we are in the short term, we're getting a one-time rebate check for the third time in 3 years. There's some new math for you. Speaking of math, we wanted to know what the long-term effects might be for Idaho taxpayers. The third element to the extraordinary session proposed legislation is that long-term income tax reduction. What you could call a flat tax, something Idaho hasn't seen since, well, the 1950s. In reality, though, it wouldn't be much change from where we are now. We are nearly at a flat tax rate as it is, something we've been working towards over the last 5 years, where we've gone from 7 tax brackets in 2017 with the highest earners paying 7.4% to 4 tax brackets this year with the top earners paying 6% tax on their income. Here's what that looks like. Idaho was in a 5 tax bracket category for 2021. If you made less than $1,500, $1,600, you paid 1%. If you made less than $5,000, you paid 3.1%. If you made less than, well, $6,400, you can see it break down there, you paid the 4.5%. Less than $8,000, you paid 5.5%. And if you made more than that, well, you paid 6.5%. For 2022, we simplified the tax brackets a bit. We dropped one of them, the 5.5% division, and the top income tax bracket, anyone making more than $8,000, will pay just 6% on that income. That's taxable income. And under this new proposal that's proposed for this special session, there'd be just one tax bracket. We would all pay 5.8%, meaning in 2023, for everyone making more than $8,000 a year, the tax on that income will drop 0.2%. Who's making more than $8,000 a year? Well, virtually everyone in Idaho, because if you're in a job that pays you more than $11 an hour and you work full time, well, you're making about $21,450 a year. That's $21,450 a year, that is. And with the standard deduction of $12,950, well, that drops your taxable income to about $8,500. Therefore, you're in that tax bracket of above $8,000 and you're paying 6% on that income. Just like someone who's making $250,000 a year, same tax bracket. So you can see why we're already kind of in a state where a flat tax exists. But it's not across the board. There's some nuance to this.
People say flat tax, thinking of what Steve Forbes back in the 80s was proposing, that you make $100,000, you pay 10%, you made $10,000, you pay 10%, without any deductions, without any exemptions, anything like that. That kind of a flat tax is much different than what we're looking at here. We're still going to have deductions, and it's not going to be huge to anybody, but a cut's a cut.
Well, explain that. Why is it not going to be huge?
Well, because the rate is only going from 6 to 5.8 for the top rate. And that's on, for individuals, the top rate hits at about $8,000 in taxable income. So everybody was paying 6.
So if you made more than $8,000 a year
of taxable income,
right,
you still have your standard deduction of about $12,500.
Okay.
So if you're making more than about $20,000 as a single person, you're paying 6%. And now it's going to go to 5.8. Not big.
Right.
But a cut's a cut.
Yeah, a cut's a cut. And there's more to consider with this new proposal. The first $2,500 you make is exempt from tax, meaning you won't pay a tax on that at all. It means retirees who don't make any income at all. So will everyone be paying less than we're paying now? Well, almost. According to the 2022 tax brackets, if your taxable income falls between, say, $1,500 and $4,700 a year, your tax rate's going to actually go up. You were paying as low as 3% to as much as 4.5%, and now it's going to go up to 5.8%. So we're talking like high school kids. Not a large proportion of the state is going to see their tax rate increase next year, should this go through with the legislative session, extra legislative session. Everyone else is going to pay less, just not a lot less, as you heard Jeff Beebe say, but a cut's a cut.